Nice to see you. Ediri Ose Ediale is a trained, certified psychotherapist. Aside other things, a big woman will forget. She does all the things, major, major, but this is something she's very passionate about. And we'll be taking a look here, Joseph. We'll be taking a look at the mental health issues that could come with today. Let's start from this idea of crossover service. Why do we think we need to have a big deal about moving from one day? It's still one deal to another day just because a year has been attached to it.
Well, like you said, first of all, thank you for having me.
Thank you for accepting to come.
So, I think, Nigerians, so let me talk about Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
because Nigerians, we are predominantly religious people. And I know that there's something that is attached to numbering your days, for believers, for Christians. And I think it's just a way of saying there's this particular season has come and gone. We are transiting into a new season, and I want to make sure that I do this transition as best as I can. So I think maybe that kind of, facilitates the need to say, oh, I want to be in a spiritual environment. I want to be among family. I want to just get this right. And a lot of people are coming from the year with a lot of regrets, things they didn't do. So I think maybe if I run into this spiritual gathering, I can get some support for the new year. So maybe that's why they find themselves, even if it's just 1 minute to midnight, they try to just run into any spiritual house they see.
So now it's like a talisman to some people.
Absolutely.
And with that comes the issue of, oh, this year, by the grace of God, this is what I will do. I will do this, I will do that. And we've given it the name resolutions. And the thing we're looking at today, the gains. Does it come with any gain?
There's a science to how you can change habits and change your life for the better. A lot of people have attached that to a new year, but the reality is there's no magic to the new year. The new year is just going to be Wednesday, It's, so, but a lot of people have this ideology that there's some kind of magic because it's like a restart. So everything I felt I wasn't in the previous year, I'm going to just have this bucket list of like 10, 15 items. And magically, because this is a new season, it's a new time, it's going to change. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that because, can I give you a little bit of psychology?
Go ahead.
When you are 18 and above, your brain has developed certain pathways. It's called neural pathways. That means the way it sees life, the way it reacts to life, the way it deciphers information, the way it responds, there is a default to how you see life. Now, if you're going to change, and it's okay to say, I have found out there are certain things about my life that I think I need to change. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a path to it. So you can imagine that when you wake up every morning, what do? You brush your teeth, you take a bath, or you say hello, good morning to your loved ones. And there's somehow they now tell you for the next 2 years, I don't want you to brush your teeth. You're mentally, you're going to struggle because that's what you're used to doing. And that also happens with bad habits. So if you have certain things that you're not doing well, understand that you may have a default brain pattern to behave like that. So what can you do? What you can do is, first of all, you need to start small. Bite sizes, small steps. If you say I was earning 50,000 a month in 2024, I'm going to earn 250,000 a month in 2025. How? How is that going to work?
By faith.
If you say I was a very argumentative person in 2024, in 2025, I want to be a very peaceful person. How does that work? You cannot change overnight. So resolutions usually fail because there is no magic to the new year. The only magic is in the consistency of you putting the work so that your brain that has a default to respond in certain ways, you change it.
Joe?
What can we do to equally address the issue of, we are called delayed gratification? Because actually some of them want it now. But for it to actually succeed, you have to give allowance for in case if this plan no work. But Nigeria said, no. I'll take it back. The kingdom of God.
But by force. That's such an interesting thing, because even with our government, I see plans and projections that they claim is going to happen in 1 year or in a particular tenure. And the reality is that life does not always work like that. There are certain timelines for things to be able to crystallize and happen. So in terms of delayed gratification, it's for people to understand that, you see, that a microwave reality that I want everything to happen now, it's the cause of a lot of problems and regrets for us as Nigerians. The inability to see that things will take time. So let me give you an example. There are some things that are cast in stone that it takes. If you're pregnant, if everything is well, okay, it will take 9 months. Do you know there are other things about life that have certain timelines, even though they are not written down? Understand that it will take certain time. So maybe a young person that has just come out of university and starts singing, man, I'm going to build a house, I'm going to buy a car. If you do not come from a home that has certain amount of wealth resources, there's a timeline. There's a timeline where you're going to work. There's a timeline you're going to invest. There's a timeline to these things. So this idea where they're pushing to you have to be this, you have to be that. I know it comes along with social media, is a problem. So delayed gratification is understanding that there is a particular vision I have for myself. There's something that I want. And me going like this at this point in time is not going to take me there. So I need to stay and work towards that goal. Towards that path is very, very important. But a lot of people, they don't see life like that. They want immediate pleasure, immediate wealth, immediate fame.
And that comes with a lot of problems. You gave an example of pregnancy. Usually it will be 9 months and all that.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking that even when the baby does maybe encounter some challenges and comes out at 7 months, it will still follow a process. So the doctors will still make
Put them in the incubators.
that you're in the womb, or I beg, go behave yourself. So sometimes people get things they should get at 9 months, at 7 months,
Yeah,
and they have a lot of teething problems.
absolutely.
Really gets to that at 9 months, and they'll be like, oh God, why? God, why? I don't know that you too hurry. Calm down. So today, what are the pitfalls people should watch out for so that they don't end up breaking their own hearts?
So I'm going to go back a little bit and say something in terms of how you should view yourself and the way you make resolutions. First of all, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, because a lot of people are very critical and undermining of themselves. They see this person has done well. Me, I just did. Be kind to yourself. You've made it to the end of the year. Be kind. You have a roof over your head. Be kind. You were able to eat. Be kind. Your health is with you. Be kind to yourself. And then ask yourself, what do I want to build on to make my life just a little bit better in 2025? Be very realistic. Have measurable, defined things that you want to do. So rather than say, like I said, I want to earn times 10 of what I used to earn, you can rather say, what are the avenues for multiple streams of income so that I can up my income bracket a little bit? So rather than talking about the money, talk about the opportunities. What opportunities can I key into in 2025? And it could be long term, like you said. So if I want to make more money, first of all, do I start with networking? Do I go to more events? Do I do more networking activities? Do I read more? And you see, when we say those things are not, they don't cost anything anymore. You can go online and you can get resources that are absolutely free. So what are the resources do I want to read? So think about the opportunities that are going to get you to the goal, not just the goal. Because the opportunities to get you to the goal gives you a realistic overview of what is going to take to get you there.
Hold on. The opportunities
Give you the realistic overview of the goal
opportunity that you would take
to get to the goal
will show you
a realistic path to that goal.
For instance, if you have to certify to be a freight forwarder,
Exactly.
the number of months it will take you to certify, the things you will learn during that training,
the hours you need to put into it, you need
show you
what it will take to make you a freight forwarder.
So the opportunity is like an arrow
to the goal, not just the goal. That is one. And then I would also say, when you're talking about resolutions, it's not everything about your resolution that should be brand new.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, I'm working in mainland FM. how do I improve myself in Milan FM? It could be just an extra to what you're doing because, like I said, your brain has been wired in a particular way. If you try to say, I'm not working in Milan FM again, I want to be straightforward or whatever, your brain will fight you. Because your brain is so used to, I'm an on-air presenter, I am an editor, I am a this. So try to build on some of the successes you've had in the past. And that's why I said be kind to yourself. We've done well. I think we did a round of applause for ourselves that all of us as Nigerians have landed December 31st with our mental health. So be kind to yourself and then ask yourself, what did I do well? In terms of family, think about family, think about personal life, and then what can I do as little steps to build on it? Do a personal audit of yourself.
Like this you said, now somebody who wanted to shed weight,
Yeah.
maybe you wanted to shed 10 kg, but you managed to do only 3. Should the person be beating themselves up that, oh, it's just too small? Why now? How can that person look at that situation and not beat themselves up and plan to progress?
You see, what you have just said is a fantastic example.
Oh, look at that. Blow me break.
You know why I say fantastic example? The fact that your goal was 10 kg and then you find yourself that at a point in time, 3 kg. And people that don't celebrate that is why they stop their resolutions. They don't realize that. Celebrate the fact that you have actually lost 3 kg. But they are so fixated on where they are supposed to be going. They don't realize that they are not where they used to be. So when you set resolutions for yourself, it is more important, and I'm saying this as a psychotherapist, to look at where you are coming from and where you are celebrated and where you wanted to go to. Because if you keep looking at where you want to go to, you feel defeated. But if you can applaud yourself that I was this in 2024, this is 2025 March, even if it's a 2% improvement, celebrate it. And you kind of hold on to that and go to 3% and go to 4%. Like he said, it's delayed gratification. There are timelines and there are processes to everything you want to achieve. Stop looking at the fact that my friends are this, comparison is a joy killer. Stop looking at the fact that my friends are this, or I want to be this, I want to be that. And celebrate the fact that I see this thing a lot in Christian world, that you are now what you prayed for like 5 years ago. You need to celebrate that.
Sometimes you do not even know.
You do not even realize it unless you do a self-audit and then realize that you've done well.
Comparison is a joy.
It's a joy killer.
Hey, see my meat. Look at my meat. Look at this. Look at that. It's not fair to not say, after all, some don't cook that sha. Don't go that route, because those who've gone, they didn't plan on going, may they rest. But compare yourself with what you have been able to achieve now compared to where you are coming from. What's okay? Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go look at, there are some people that you look at as a mentor. Could be your priest, be your imam, could be your pastor, and they will say a lot of things to maybe this night that if you need a car, may raise up your hand, pray for your vehicle, pray for a house. But everything is systemic, just as you said.
Yeah.
What do you think those people should be doing now to manage those expectations?
Are you talking about the leaders? Are you talking about the people that are listening to the
Yeah, they listen to those people that you are.
I will tell you that apply the law of probability and possibility. It's possible that someone can give you a car. But what's the probability ratio of someone dashing you a car? Possibility is that they will take a girl from Surulere, she becomes a supermodel. There's a possibility. But the probability of that happening may be 1 in 1 million. So always realize that while there's a possibility, because I will not put away the possibility of miracles happen, understand that even the God of miracles expects you to work day to day to achieve those things. Because while there's a possibility that happens, realize that probability is what we live every day, Monday to Friday, January to December, year on year. So the probability that someone is going to do this for you or do this for you is like a 1 in a million probability. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? 1 in a million. To realize that car you are looking for, there's a path to it. There's a process to it, and there are timelines to it. So you need to take the prayers, accept the prayers, but understand as you live there that I am going to do the day to day to get to the path I want. If I have the favor of God and that's possibility, that's it's fine. But possibilities is not going to feed your family. Possibilities is not what is going to take you to where you want to be. I'm a faith person as well. But I understand that God is a God of process and timelines, So he expects us that daily we live those processes and timelines. What are the processes? You work hard. The process is you invest, you seek out new opportunities, you take an audit of yourself, you be someone that is relational wise. People like to be around you. You are kind and you are caring, so you can attract, help. Not the way you are nasty and you think that someone will come and dash you a car. Your character, has a lot to be desired. So work on yourself, audit yourself, and then if the possibility lands, it's just an added advantage.
It's time to now make the resolution for the year. What should be, bearing all this in mind, what should be the approach now?
So can I give you something that is so underrated but is so powerful? Write it down. I'm sure you've heard this.
Write it down, make it plain.
You see, I'm sure you've heard this, but there is such a difference between saying in the air that I want to be this, and there's another thing, writing it down, maybe sending it to your email, put it on your phone. That's one. So can I give you something? So a lot of people don't understand. We're talking to adults, right? When you were children, your parents would tell you, eat your food, go to school, do your homework. And we always say we wanted to be liberated. Now we are liberated. So how has it helped us?
No, they say now that we're liberated, we're not saying no adults.
We adult is not adult. Yes. So do you know what you can do? You must have an accountability structure. So I need to be able to tell somebody, I want to do this. I want to make more money. I have to be, I have to be able to bring myself to that subject, to that person. Because that's the person I will call you and say, what are you doing? I want to stop drinking. How many bottles did you take today? I want to stop womanizing. Okay, have you switched off your phone or are you still on Instagram? You need to be accountable. Because adulting comes with its own peculiar challenges. Because there is nobody that is stopping you from doing what you want to do. But the thing is that you will live with the consequences of what you're doing. So you need to, while you itemize those key things that you want to change, you must submit yourself to accountability mentors, whether it's a priest, the imam, whether it's a friend, whether it's a colleague. That is why resolutions fail. You have resolution on your head, you didn't tell anybody, you didn't write it down. If it fails, nobody lose. You say nobody could know say I make resolution. Let me just continue my life. But if you call like 2-3 people like mine and say, can we hold ourselves accountable to this? They're holding you accountable. You're holding them accountable. That's how resolutions can work.
Okay. And sometimes, let's see how it will sound when you're telling your friends that my resolution, they say, I want to be like Elon Musk. Now, they will first say, so, no, don't worry.
The first say that you need to be realistic. So that is another reason why you should even throw it to somebody. You can look for a trusted mentor, because sometimes people don't want to talk to their friends or even to their spouses, but look for somebody that you can trust with the information and tell the person, can you hold me accountable? Because you see, a lot of people don't do this resolution thing in a serious manner. Just say, I want to be this, I want to be this, I want to be. Nobody knows. So when even though you are failing, nobody knows. You are succeeding, nobody knows.
Basically, because in their hearts already, they know that
they're just saying it. They are just pay. So I will tell you that one of the critical success factors to resolution. I'm not a resolution person, but let's say it's a fresh start. Is you need to have measurable small changes. Don't make it too big. If you want to lose weight, rather than say, I don't want to eat again, just say, I want to add vegetables to my food. Just make it small. I want to walk 10 more minutes a day. Just make it small. I want to do, what are the opportunities to make money? Write it down. And then submit it to accountability structures that can hold you accountable. Do you know that this thing I just outlined is what separates the 1% of the 1% with everybody else? That's the fact that some people seem to be succeeding and some people seem to be where they have always been, is little things like this. That I will set out goals for myself, I will write it down, I will have accountability structures. So even if I do not get to 10, I have gotten to 3. That means I can still get to 2 in the next future and then eventually 10. So I can look back and say, I achieved this.